how does this single mum
Survive.
survive and break into the music industry?
So I give thanks to Jason Phillips, G-Man. He is the most
G-Man.
wonderful man that you could ever have wished for at a time of need like that. He was a childhood friend. I was 13 years old when I first met him. And I guess we didn't even know we liked each other. No, I don't think we liked each other. Or maybe if I'm telling you something now, as much as I had a baby, I was what they call frigid. Like, I was scared of man. Like, I was scared. I literally was petrified of, and didn't ever think that, you know, the need of relationship and things like that. It's just not in my thought process. It wasn't what, I was just a hustler.
We're kind of raised different though, weren't we? We weren't on the hunt.
I just was not interested in having a boyfriend and all that side of things.
And your mum was kind of like my nanny.
Yeah,
she was
no
a bit
one was allowed in our house.
like,
No one was allowed to stay over. I think that's probably why it was such a shock to my sister when my sister had her baby and baby father there. It was like, this is not,
because your mum used to chase down people that tried to talk to you, like my nanny.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't allowed, you know? So for me, when I met Jason, Jason was everything you would need in a real father figure for your child. He was there to support and dream and grow and give life to your life. He was there to serve as her husband. And he was just, he's a Jamaican. He's from Jamaica.
They've got a beautiful trait.
Yeah. His mindset is, we got to make a home. We got to make life. We got to, you know what I mean? We got to secure ourselves. So meeting him was great. Like, Chelsea ended up calling him dad because he was around from her. She was 18 months. And we was integrated straight into his family and he was integrated straight into mine. But he was experiencing things, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, which I doubt he would, is that he didn't really know family life because he was left in Jamaica until he was quite big and then brought over once his mum had settled here. And when he got here, obviously he had that detachment from his mum, and I was always told by his mum that we made him different. We made him more family orientated. We made him more lovable and soft. He was very cold and stern and had this sort of cold fight against the world, you know, and we gave him that soft edge again and taught him how to love. So it was wonderful to have him there. The only thing is that we didn't end up working out, and in that space, he unfortunately got in quite bad trouble and went to prison, and we went our separate ways, you know.
So Jason, G-Man's part of So Solid.
Yes, he is.
He's the gentleman that put together 21 seconds, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Oh, you're well cleaned up. Of course you are. Come on, you've been around for years.
Yeah.
But he was the one that said to Mega, I was always singing around the house unconsciously, always into music more than I realised. And as I said, never wanted to ever be a pop star per se. And I just loved music. I just loved music. And I must have been singing a lot and singing along and maybe getting involved. And they asked me to do Oh No. And
oh no, that's the word.
That's right. It's just the little things,
the sentimental things in life.
I ended up doing that. And that ended up being our first track to be signed, to be recognised, to be known as the So Solid crew and as Lisa Maffia. And that's how I ended up there. Just because G must have picked up on, she can do it, you know. I had this tiny little squeaky angelic voice that was perfect for that track. And that was my very first step into music, unknowingly that it was going to lead to what it did.
So was that the first track that you recorded?
That was the very first track I ever recorded, ever. And the last for some years as well, because the other tracks I was featuring on were for other people's albums and stuff, and that came after Oh No. So Oh No was my very first track ever, and my very first time in studio behind a microphone with cans on, with recording, being told to stop, start, layering ad-libs. The heck is that?
What is
Do you know what I mean? All right, I knew I was singing along to this other part of the song, but I didn't know it was called ad-libs. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And tracking your voice. Why can I hear myself? That's weird.
You're like,
you know, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it was all really new to me. So I had to truly learn to become a musician, and it took me many years.